I didn't even know you were like from the harbor area, homie. Just to let you know, I just saw it in my closet. I saw it. It's back to the cold weather. It's back to like the nice sweaters here and there, whatever it is.
It's that harbor vibe.
It's that harbor vibe, homie.
Yeah, buddy.
That's what it feels like too. That's exactly what it is. What's up, philosopher? How you doing,
Bro? I'm just salty that I don't got. I know Long Beach Carlos too. I ain't got a sick ass sweater like that. I'm looking warm and cozy.
Carlos ain't giving you the sweater. Carlos gonna sell it to you, homie.
Damn,
I got this one from Easy, homeboy. My boy Easy.
That's
out there.
right. I gotta hit the GoFundMe for one.
Yeah, my boy Easy gave me the shot to Easy. That's what you're supposed to put me over here on the camera, Chris.
Good job.
We haven't even said who our guest is. Our guest got no control apparently, huh? You got no control, Mr. Ronek. What's going on, huh, boy?
Hey, how's it going, brother? It's a pleasure to be here.
That's right, man. How was the drive, man?
Man, it was a bumpy road. I had to pee within like 30 minutes in. I was having a cup of coffee and I was like, man, I got to pee. I was telling my brother Ray, he's like, damn, bro, I can't wait till I get there.
You should have told him to give you the cup, huh?
Right, for real, dog.
Yeah, bro, you got this.
And
bro.
hold it for me. Hold it straight.
Hey, this was all
Don't look this way, camarada.
That's why his sweater's all wet up, bro.
I got to handle business real quick.
It's cold, bro. It's cold. It's cold.
You'll be fine. You can put it in the water bottle. Hey, that's why his sweater's all wet up, dog.
Shit. So today we're gonna talk some graffiti, homie.
Yes, sir.
All right. So before we talk graffiti, let's get a little bit about you, homie. Where were you born and raised at, carnal?
Well, my name is Ronek. I'm from Dominguez, California, in the Harbor Area 310. Also known as the Dead Presidents because every street is named after the dead president.
Oh shit, I did not know that.
So we go from Dominguez to Washington, and then we got Lincoln Village. But shout out to the whole family out there in Dominguez. I love all of you guys.
That's right, homeboy. So how did you eventually like? When did you? Let's see. When was the first time you ever saw graffiti that you remember?
Well, just to give you a little backstory on that, brother.
Yeah, let's do it.
I come from a single mother, Mexicana, don't speak no English. So I spent a lot of time with her as a child growing up, just being with my mom and my siblings. And she kind of did a good job to keep me away from stuff I was supposed to be around of.
Right.
Yeah. So growing up, I remember in the 4th grade, this kid moved in to my neighborhood on my street. And his name was Juan. Juan moved into my neighborhood. And
how old are you this time?
at this time I was 11 years old.
Okay.
I was in the 4th grade. And he moved in, right? And he started hanging out with the local guys, right? Because I was heavy into playing ball. I was a ball kid. Being a baseball player was my dream. After seeing Valenzuela, that just became my dream.
Okay.
So I devoted my childhood to playing ball and hanging out with my boys.
Were you any good?
I was good. I was a good pitcher. I played high school ball for Banning High School.
Okay.
So
I wasn't like, whoa, the best guy there, but I made the team, you know?
Okay. Well, you reliever, you starter.
I started as what was that thing called? It wasn't varsity. It was called junior something. I forgot what it was called, bro.
What was your best pitch, for?
I think my fastball I was good, a good fastball.
What would you have at that time? Don't put no salsa on it. Yeah. It's gonna be like 102 or something.
yeah, I should have seen my curve right here,
80
bro.
something.
It was so fast you couldn't even tell how fast
That's
it was.
right. That's
So
right.
fast you couldn't clock it.
Yeah,
fool.
you fucked up and blinked, bro.
It was faster than the worker on the worker when they said lunchtime going to lunch.
So then you are playing some ball. You meet the homie that comes to your neighborhood,
And the apartments right there on Monroe Street.
right?
So I met Juan, right? And Juan is the one that kind of started hanging out with the local guys. And long story short, one day he tells me, hey, you should be from the crew. And I was like, I don't even know what that is, bro. So he's like, he introduced me to the local crew. At the time, it was DOD. And so I got down with DOD and they gave me a nickname. And I just started spray painting, right?
What did DOD stand for?
Do or die.
Okay, that's a bad name.
That's pretty sick. Yeah. What was your first name?
My first graffiti name that they gave me was Coek, C-O-E-K.
C-O-E-K. Why Coek?
I don't know. They just
do it on there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We were hanging out and they were like, we got to give you a nickname. You need a nickname.
Coek.
And they were like, Coek. I was like, all right, cool. So that's how I started getting into graffiti, right? And the main guy from that crew, I grew up with them. I've been knowing them motherfuckers since I was like 4 years old. Caesar, we call him Ranfla. Shout out Ranfla. We call him Ranfla because every time he sees an old school car, he makes it a point to tell you what year it is.
Oh, he's one of those.
Yeah,
he's
on
a
point.
genius.
Nah, Charles, homie, that's not a 63, that's a 62.
Damn,
They
fool.
didn't make that bumper till December or what they went.
Yeah, he breaks it all
He's
down.
one of those guys. Huh?
Yeah,
yeah.
so
what's up.
that's why we call him Ranfla.
That's a good guy to have in your team.
Hell
though.
yeah, he ain't gonna
So,
let you keep your car dirty.
He was the main head of that crew, right? DOD, and then that's how I got introduced into graffiti, right? I come from an era where the social media wasn't it wasn't very impactful to the graffiti culture yet.
At the time, right?
Yeah, you still had like the AOL disc.
Oh yeah.
And then you had to connect the wire into the wall and then wait for that crazy
dial-up.
Get off the phone.
That's the dial-up, bro.
People don't know that shit. Get off the phone. I gotta get online.
When Google used to load strip at a time.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It was kind
Okay.
of like when you had to do that thing like call me after 6 as it's 3 minutes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Hey, I don't gotta put money on my phone after 6, dog.
Yeah.
shit.
Then you had the chirp
The
phones.
church. Oh yeah.
church
Where
were
you
banging,
at?
homie.
Hey, they need to come back though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the church were banging.
I remember taking this shit to Delamo Indoor because that's the indoor swami in my neighborhood I grew up at, and I would go to Delamo Indoor, put the whole song in there.
Hell yeah, fool.
When it rings, it's like.
Yeah. Oh damn, we used to sit by the speaker and hold that shit.
Yeah.
Bro, everybody felt like a narco with that one. Hey, quick question: did you ever see that DVD 2 a.m.?
2 a.m.
Yeah, man. I only asked because it was like a low key underground clip. You know where the basement is in Van Nuys in Ventura?
Yeah.
All right, so I used to go to the basement. I used to get up when I was younger, right? But that clip actually is the one that just inspired me, bro. It was a bunch of cats from like MTA, RK, a bunch of spots, right? And
Shout out all those guys, man. They've been putting in work for a long time.
for a minute, bro.
Shout out all those crews, MTA.
Yeah,
all
but it
them
was just a
guys.
clip of them at like 2 a.m. going and mobbing
Yeah.
everything up, bro. Yeah, homeless cats, all kinds of wild
I think
stuff.
my first graffiti movie that I actually watched was Bombing the System, and then the early TKO stuff, like when Bucket was, because Bucket was a graffiti writer and he went viral at the moment. Viral wasn't even a thing, but he went viral because he hit an overpass like broad daylight.
Right.
Broad daylight, he hit up an overpass and he was doing crazy shit. So shout out to Bucket, man. I will watch the TKO movies, the war movies.
Yeah, war was hard.
Bombing the System. So yeah, man. Graffiti has definitely been a big factor of my life. You know, I've gone through every emotion pursuing graffiti. And I went to jail when I was 15 for that shit, man. I did fucking like 4 months. It wasn't fun.
But before we get to the jail part, you joined your crew.
Yeah.
Your name is what?
Koic.
Now, where do you guys come up with these names, bro? Because Ronek, Koic, is there like a trend to it? Like, you know, Egyptian god? Is it a robot? Is it? No, seriously, because you guys have all kind of names, homie.
Yeah.
Your first dog in the first street.
So what do you guys come up with these names?
I can only speak from my perspective, my point of view, right? Because everybody's different. But for me, and the people around me, it has always came from. It usually comes from thoughts, like an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then you start doodling letters around, like here's an R, here's an S. But the letters got to flow, right? Because when you're putting graffiti together, when you're putting a piece or a throw up or whatever it is, you want the letters to make sense, right? Because if you're throwing up an R, but then you do an N, and they don't intersect properly, then you're kind of looking at it like, man, this doesn't look right. So you got to find those letters that flow with you. You know, somebody might like an S, so they go with a name with an S. Somebody might like a K. Oh, I got to finish it with a K. So I think that is one way of going about getting a name. Another way would be somebody giving it to you, like an elder writer.
So then it's just gotta pretty much, it's gotta sound cool.
Yeah.
Is what it is, right?
Not necessarily sound cool, but
sound hard? Like what?
And look cool.
Makes sense when you're going to paint graffiti,
Yeah.
right? Like when you're going to do your thing, you want to make those letters make sense. And by make sense, I mean like when you're putting it together, the letters look right together, right?
Yeah.
They don't
Like the
look
structure.
They don't look too squished in, or they kind of look like, what is going on over there? It just looks right.
I get it. So is have you known any guys who've had the name and then once they started using, like, hey, it just you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about it. It may look good like on something this small, right? But when I go do a bomb, like,
That's why you got your notebook.
Yeah. I've had a lot of those buddies.
Okay.
I mean, I've been one of those guys too, where like I come up with a name and I'm just like, yeah, that's not it, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, you're trying to work with it.
I'm my biggest critique. Like I critique myself all the time.
So what did you start with as far as like, you know, in a gang, maybe they give you aquí está el cuchillo, güey. You know what I mean? Instead of the cuchillo, and then you gotta work your way up. Or we give you a stick, after you get a bat, you know. But this is just bullshit stereotypical stuff. But for you guys, what do you guys get like origin? Like, is there something like there's levels to the shit? You just can't go off and grab a big marker. Or you start with a small
what kind of tips were they putting on the spray can, G?
I'll be honest, bro. Back in my day, we didn't really have what you have today, right? Everything seems so accessible now. Like you go to a store and buy something, right?
Okay.
Like right now, you go to a local graffiti shop and everything's there.
Yep.
For me, bro, when I was growing up, we were still using Krylon, which is just a normal base can, you know, with the stock tip. A stock tip is what you would call the tip it comes with, right? Nothing special. we would get them at the 99-cent store where I grew up at, right? As a kid, I would go to a 99-cent store in my neighborhood. And
you get the latas? The cans?
Yeah, the Krylon cans.
Okay, shit.
And we'd just take them from the chinita right there. We'd just take them and
straight dirtbag move, nothing major.
Straight Let me get these tips too.
Yeah, and then once I got into high school, like I remember I went to Batting High School, and they had this thing called I believe it was called the Bargain Center right there on Avalon before you get to Anaheim.
Right.
And everybody would go there because they would sell you paint if you were a minor.
Oh, hell yeah.
So you're either going to buy it or you're going to steal it. So some people will buy it and some people will take it.
That's like loose cigarettes.
Shit.
You know what I mean? So it just depending how down the person was. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So like I didn't have no money, bro. So, but we would go there.
So I was down.
Yeah.
I was down.
Hey, so that's part of the game in the tagging world, huh? Like, hey, what you down to go get to?
Well,
that's that's the risk that comes with the adrenaline of going.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get this shit.
That's why they got
and then you
fool.
take it, and the homies, that fool's down. That fool going there.
And think about it, when you're stealing all those fucking cans and throwing them in the backpack and you're running out, dog, like all you hear is
yeah, no, I'm very curious because it's giving a good insight into the graffiti life and why you guys do that.
Yeah, and like I said, bro, there wasn't a lot of things accessible at the moment because I was early on. So I entered the graffiti world like 2005.
Okay, that's fairly new. Yeah.
So 2005, it was like we just got over the 90s. The 2000s are coming in.
Now taggers are really fucking starting.
Yeah, and like yeah, man, it's not like today where like somebody could just order something on the internet or
on Amazon, dog.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Wait. What do you mean by that?
Like now you could just go to like Montana.com or 360 spray paint.
And what is that?
Montana can, it's a spray paint.
So you gotta treat me like, and I'm not even lying. You gotta treat me like somebody who has zero clue about this life. Don't talk to me like you're talking to one of your homies. Talk to me like you're trying to explain to some old man. So how do we do it? So what is us? This is where you get your stuff at?
So we would do a 190-degree angle. Nah.
Let me teach you flare.
That's what's up.
Nah, but Montana spray paint is one of the early spray cans that came in.
Hey, right here, get your throat.
Tagger, phone be a tagger.
That came into the West Coast like a higher end spray paint, right? Made for graffiti. You also had Belton.
Shit.
So you had Belton.
The colors.
Belton was one of the early ones, and so was Montana. And it was interesting because at first nobody really thought that somebody was going to pay $5-6 for a can, right?
No.
Everybody was like, "Ain't nobody going to pay for that."
Yeah, they will once some colors came out proper.
And then
they're popping, huh?
Yeah.
And they had such a big color palette. Like they got all these colors.
So at first, fools are like, $5-6. And
I could go steal that.
Hey, no, you see that fool shit? Boy, it's popping.
Yeah, the colors.
Like,
It's like bringing it into HD.
It's kind of like Pisto, Montana.
Oh, fuck it, fool. Hey, when you gotta get up. Hey, let me ask you something then, because that kind of hit me when I was fucking around. It was way later, right? I was in high school and I'm like 31, so I was, like 13 years ago or so.
All right.
But when I started really pressing into it, we had the basement, so I would literally just hop on a bus, go pick my mobs up, my tips, all this shit, fuck around, get a DVD for inspiration, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so when you were first getting up, were you doing different tips or was it all just standard? And if you were, how were you getting them?
So I'll give you a story, brother. So like I mentioned, we would get it at the 99-cent, so just a regular spray paint, Krylon. But we needed paint markers because to draw on like
decos and shit.
Yeah, and then my buddies were punk rockers, so they needed those paint markers to draw on their jackets, like the band name and whatnot. So we would go to a store called Joann's and rack them.
Oh, shit.
We would rack the markers.
That's the art supply store.
Yeah, Joann's.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That's right. I went to Michael's a few, dog.
So we would
some black books.
So we would put like some rubber bands on our ankles and just start popping them in the pants. Boom, 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 boom. And then just walk out. But one day, my homie Ramfla was like, "Hey, fool, get some of these." And I'm like, "What is that, bro?" So he got the little Elmer cans.
Oh, shit.
And he was getting the little caps that were on the Elmer can.
That's sick.
And they were like, people call them testers, but at that point, I didn't know what they were. I would just grab them and put them on the can, and I was like, "Oh damn, shit's a little bigger."
Damn, what a trip!
Oh,
yeah.
So then we start hitting up with those and shit, and then eventually we became aware of like, oh shit, there's actually cats for this now. Mm-hmm. Like my very first graffiti shop I ever walked into was in Hollywood. I think it was called Worksman.
Oh, I don't know that one.
And the reason why I went over there was because my best friends were punk rockers, so that's where they would go get their punk rocker leather jackets.
Oh, that's hard.
And I was like, hey, fool, I'm not about to go in there, fool. I'm not wearing that shit, so I'm going to go walk around.
Just put some platform boots on, G. You're good. Yeah.
I can't even tell you how many times they were trying to get me to wear tight pants. I was like, nah, bro.
Oh, just put them on for 10 minutes, dog.
I was
Just
like,
walk in.
I'm a 501 Dickie type of guy.
Right.
That's where I'm at. But yeah, man, so while they were buying the little leather jackets, I would just walk around and I found this fucking graffiti shop called The Works, man. And to me, that was just like a little kid walking to Toys R Us.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
Because I come from a place, bro, where they do not acknowledge graffiti at all. To this day.
What do you mean?
They don't. The city is. They don't want nothing to do with graffiti.
Yeah, because you get. Well, I think what it is that they don't want. They don't differentiate. There you go. Differentiate. That's my stuck word. What is it?
Differentiate.
Differentiate.
Yeah, there you go. Say it 3 times fast.
There you go. I can't say it about 10 times right now.
It's like that Inglés en Barreras.
Yeah, they don't, and they see gang graffiti like the real graffiti.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's probably what it is in the city. But is there a rule to tagging? Because some people, like me, even though I'm a fucking Mr. Karen or whatever people will say sometimes.
You're Kyle?
Yeah, you know, I see graffiti like by my Costco and all in the big commercial buildings, and I think it's pretty dope, bro. You see like some big old hit ups, like bombs. You see bombs. I'm like, all right, that shit looks badass, bro. It does.
On the freeway sometimes.
But I think what people don't like is when some of these guys, and they'll start hitting up like at the local bank, in front of like and stuff that's not industrial. And I think that may be the reason why they don't like it.
Well, I'll be honest, bro. Graffiti, I mean, it's vandalism. Let's be honest.
There you go.
It's vandalism, and everybody does it for their own pleasure, right?
Yeah.
Everybody has their own reason why they're doing it. I guess now muralism is kicking in more, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you got graffiti writers that are phenomenal that could do muralism now.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're putting
Art, bro. That's straight art.
So now they're putting up muralism. Like you got some graffiti writers that just did portraits of like Fernando Valenzuela,
Yeah, up the street right here.
Freeman, and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
And that comes from that vandalism of being on the freeway late at night,
100%.
risking your life to get that spot. It developed from that, and that's where the seed was planted. And now it's kind of like some cities have mural ordinance.
They're so beautiful too.
But there's some cities that don't have an ordinance for a mural.
I think because Long Beach is not part of the LA City. LA City has embraced that type of art because I was saying the other things are art, but I'm not. Your guys' stuff is art too, bro.
It's 100%.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you think? Because I have noticed that, man, and like when I was doing my thing, you had cats that had they had like little iconic characters they would make, right? And shit like that, but they still had a full ass name, right? Nowadays, I've seen cats that they primarily just throw like a face up or something.
You know what it is, though.
And you know, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that is like, I guess, what's your opinion on that in terms of like, do you think that has its place, or is that kind of like taken away from doing your whole name thing? Or like, how do you view that?
Well, my personal perspective on that, brother, is like the guys before me, the guys before the generation now were heavily influenced by hip hop.
Yeah.
Of course.
East Coast.
The early 80s hip hop, that East Coast stuff, b-boying, MCing, DJing,
Subways,
and all the elements of hip hop, and graffiti was one of those elements.
Yeah.
So when you look at some of those guys' style, you're seeing hip hop.
Yeah.
Right? Like my brother Hex, man. Shout out Hex. That guy's phenomenal with the spray paint, right? When you see his stuff, you feel the hip hop in it.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say about yours, bro. Like your name really throws me back to like old school, like big ass pieces, Subway style, really bright, colorful, like that whole era right there, like b-boy, breakdance, like the whole hit up kind of comes across that way. Yeah,
and that's where it develops from. And now it's like the newer generation, they're influenced by a different style of music, a different lifestyle,
different culture.
So you can see that
the letters a little, the beats a little different, right?
So it's like now you look at their stuff and it's a different vibe because they're a different generation.
Yeah, you got cats like Norm out there now, and like that's such a different style but heavy.
You know what I see when I see those drawing ones? I see that they're so damn popular that it's not. I'm not even putting my name on here. I'm putting my stamp on this, and you're gonna look. Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
And that's a trip because back in the day, it was like you seen like Hopes, right? You see Hopes, and you're like, oh, that's Hopes, and he's like everywhere, dog. And then nowadays, you see a face, and like to me, if I don't know the cat, like I don't know what to call him. I'm just like, hey, is that brown egg face? You know what I mean?
Well, I thought the same thing, but then I asked some people like my boy Bruno STP. Shout out to Bruno STP.
Shout out Bruno STP.
He's
Shout out Pharaoh STP too.
Yeah, he's actually over here. He's part of the thing over here, believe it or not. So like with Bruno, I'm like, hey Bruno, and that fool's fucking historian, carnal. So either when we're driving every once in a while, or I see him, I was like, hey, what is this? He's like, oh, that's so and so, this and that.
Yeah.
Hey, who is this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so and so. Like he knows exactly who it is.
Yeah.
You don't hear it?
No, can I get it louder on my headphone?
Oh, I don't think you can. It should be maybe it's not connected right. All right, here, phone. Probably pick his volume up a little bit. What it is? Let me see what you listen to. Fool. You going deaf over here?
You want a little louder?
Yo.
Nah, fool. You're going deaf, fool.
Oh, damn, G. Damn, too many subways, dog.
I'm going deaf. Sign me up for some of my
Try
ear.
these ones. I think what it is. I think what it is that.
Yeah.
No, he's good. No.
Oh, yeah, we're good.
What it is the spray cans he's been popping. They started taking away from him.
Yeah, you
but
can't warm them up next to your ear, bro.
Okay, so now let's rewind, oh boy.
Yes, sir.
Now we're back. Now that we have a little bit of insight, but you never told me about the you never really answered the question about they give you a little knife, do they laugh at you, or can you grab a big hook?
yeah.
So when you first started, could you just get a big old marker?
Can.
So you could just grab whatever marker you want.
Man, the first time I ever tried to write my name, I just picked up a fat Sharpie marker, bro. And that's it.
Whatever I had.
You can't handle the truth, American Tall.
And it wasn't even a flat marker.
I got this big ass marker.
Yeah, nah, bro. It was a little Sharpie pinhead.
Hey, how long did you suck writing your name until you finally all right, this sounds good?
Me personally, I believe I sucked for like 2 years, bro.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
What was the moment that you knew you're like, oh, I got it?
I'm gonna tell you a story, bro. Where I grew up at, we got a train track. It's called Dominguez Train Tracks, and I grew up painting that train track, and we had a tree house there.
Oh,
We built a tree house
That's hard.
because my homies are
dope.
punk rockers, so all the punk rockers would come through with bonfire, drink 40s, and
Oh
we had,
shit,
get
like
fucked
that.
up in the tree house,
and we had our tree house, and I would paint it all the time.
That's called homeless nowadays.
no, fool. No, bro. That's called the unhoused. That's called the unhoused, G.
I was homeless.
I didn't know you went through that struggle, homie. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry.
Fool. Fuck, G. Yeah.
I was doing bad. I was down bad.
Hey, so about this tree house.
Yeah, but so
You're back in the treehouse, fool.
So that's where I grew up painting. But prior to that being established, there was these two writers that were from my neighborhood that lived there.
Okay.
That would paint that yard all the time. I'm not gonna mention their names because I'm not gonna give them that. But
You're gonna burn them.
Yeah.
but they would paint the yard, bro, and they wouldn't let us paint. They'll be tripping, like, "Hey, get the fuck out of here! What the fuck you doing here?"
But then one day,
so I was like, in my mind, I was like, "Man, f these guys!
Yeah.
I'm gonna get better than these guys."
that's right.
So now I appreciate it because it pushed me to like, man, I'll take these guys on whenever.
That's right.
So I would watch them from a distance, and then one time it got to like fist fighting.
No way.
Like, bro, we're not going nowhere, bro. We're here, bro. Like, what you trying to do? And then that's when we finally broke out to like, we're here now.
Yeah.
So when one of those was told me like, damn, bro, you're pretty tight now. That's when I was like,
That's right, motherfucker. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna go hit up on that side now, all right?
yeah. So that's when I was like, all right, I'm doing something good here,
That's
you
what's
know.
up.
So like, and I guess my journey inspired a lot of young guys of my age around me. Like they felt inspired by me in a way. So they were kind of like, hey, what you think about this? And I'm trying to get that shit look like yours and shit.
Yeah.
So then I was
That's
like,
right.
all right, that's pretty cool. And that's when I started noticing, like, all right, I'm getting a little better.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I didn't have no mentors, right? Because there's mentors out there that would
Yeah.
teach
Right.
the younger generation, like, you know, spray like this, hold the can like this, and do this.
Hey, what are your parents saying around this time? Homie, ahí viene este güey, no es cholo, pero anda con pintura, las manos todas sucias. Like, you know they're gonna see you, bro.
Hell yeah.
Shout out my viejita, man.
That's
Te
right,
amo.
oh boy.
My mom had this rule, bro. I don't care what you're doing, but I want to know where you're at, who you're with,
That's
and who
right.
you're doing it with.
That's right.
That was my mom's rule.
Eso.
So if you're leaving, I want you to tell me exactly where you're
You're
at.
gonna check in and you're gonna check out. You're gonna let me know where you're at, homeboy.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
and I
That's
always
great.
did that with my mom, even on the worst times. Like, hey, this shit's
That's what's
going
up.
on. She knew,
That's what's up.
so she always gave me that, and that's why our relationship is just so strong.
That's
so,
beautiful,
Yeah.
homie. That's beautiful.
Keeps it open and trusting.
yeah.
So now let's go to a bad part of mom.
Yeah.
I'm going to jail. I'm 15.
Oh, fucked up.
It was crazy, bro. I was at Compton Courthouse, bro, and
¿Qué hiciste, güey?
that was my third time getting caught for painting graffiti.
Like on a
Was it a felony or misdemeanor?
They were all misdemeanors at the
Okay.
time, and I was already on house arrest, so I had the house arrest monitor on my ankle.
Damn, fool.
And I go in there, and I was supposed to just go in there to get it off.
Nah, they hit you in the back door.
So I remember I seen everybody leaving,
Yeah.
and then there was this one girl out there. I always remember her. She was crying because she thought she was going to jail. So they call my name. I'm like, oh, man, finally get the shit on my ankle. Go back to what I gotta
go
do.
home.
I get there, and that fool just tells me like, boom, you're going. And I was like, I was just speechless, bro. I don't know what to say because I never thought that graffiti could get you into jail.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I was 15, so I was just like,
You thought it was all fun and games.
yeah. And then I was like, once they fucking handcuffed me, took me in that room. They have like in Compton, the Compton courthouse, they have like this little room, and you go in there, and it's like a little holding fucking whatever it is.
Tank.
Yeah, to take you. I was like, fuck. And then I heard my first, hey, where you from?
Ah, shit. Fuck, that's just real.
Welcome to the system.
And then I was like, the first thing I was like, I don't gangbang, bro. That's the first thing I said.
Yeah.
All right, it's wooty woo. I was like, oh, that's cool, bro.
All right. Like,
Yeah, cool. You got it.
Yeah, and then there's like other races there too, and they talk different. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to imitate them, but they were just like, hey, yeah, that's cool, homie.
It's all culture shock.
And then they took me to Los Padrinos at the time. They took me to Los Padrinos in like a little van and shit. I get to Los Padrinos, and the motherfuckers, the first thing they make you do is get fucking butt naked.
Butt naked, fool.
A huevo?
Yeah.
Butt naked. I've never got butt naked in front of like
3 or 4 dudes real quick.
Yeah, no, do it. A huevo, yeah, let's do this.
And
Come on,
like,
fool.
And like fucking, all right, shower. They make you shower, and it's like a big ass gulp of cheap ass shampoo, and just get 3 pumps and vámonos.
Yeah.
Put on the orange shit they give you, and vámonos, boom. And they fucking they throw you in a fucking little
The laundry
cell.
has a certain smell to it, bro.
Hey, fool. Hey, yeah.
Certain fucking smell to it, bro.
Hey, how long did it take you to start scribing and shit though from there?
Well, I never figured out a way to scribe in there, bro, because
way.
I had access to nothing.
Fuck.
I didn't have access to anything. Like, they would literally put me in a white room. It was nothing but white walls
Oh,
and
shit.
and a cement thing with a little mattress like this big. It was
Yeah,
green.
little cot.
And
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
just
that's how they are,
little
bro.
cop,
That's a
yeah.
big mattress.
and I'll just come out to like play
move
ball
on
for
that
like
motherfucker.
an hour a day, eat, and that was it.
Damn.
Hey, that's the glory of going to jail, bro.
Yeah, fool. It's a lot of time to think.
You literally just described the glory of going to jail. Fool.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I mean,
except
ain't that
for-
glamorous, kids. It ain't that glamorous.
Yeah, except for you do that shit over here in Van Nuys, and it's like 30 dudes in there. 4 of them are fucking withdrawing
Oh,
right
yeah,
next to you.
but that's grown ass man. These
Oh,
are the
that's
kids.
right.
Yeah, that's grown
That's
ass man.
right.
That's,
Yeah. I saw it
Imagine
straight.
being there 10 years later. You got to go, yeah.
Yeah, this fool's withdrawing, moving. The other fool's taking a shit.
So during your 4 month, 5 month stint in juvenile hall, you're 15 years old. You're popping your cherry. You've never been to jail like this. You didn't think that this graffiti thing, was like a real bad thing. What are you thinking when you barely get there, and what do you think on your way out?
I'm gonna tell you a quick story, bro. So they fucking threw me in every juvenile hall. I went to Los Padrinos, Central, then Silmar was the one I was the longest at. And you go through Silmar, and they got this shit called the compound,
Yeah.
where all the fools that are doing hard time are at.
Yeah.
And when you walk by, the window's probably like, I want to say like 5 inches tall. So these fools have a fucking, they get a paper and they hit up and they just post it right there. So when you're walking by, you just see hands going like
that's that
this
fool
and
right
shit.
there.
Bang it, homie.
And then I was like, what the fuck is going on right
Yeah.
here?
And Silmar's fucked up because they got that back door in the courtroom. So
Yeah,
when
and
you go you go there.
And I'm just like, man, what is going on over here? Like, I'm just tripping out.
Yeah.
The world.
And
Yeah.
then there's nothing but gang members everywhere,
Yeah,
bro.
fool.
Everybody's from somewhere, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm the only fool out there like, oh,
Damn.
yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, I paint graffiti.
Just so you know.
And like, I remember when I ran into the first one from the Harbor area, I was excited, bro. I was like, fuck, I finally,
Hometown.
I don't know you, fool, but we're from the same side of town, you know what I mean?
Funny how that works, huh?
And then they took me to a camp. It was called Camp Mendenhall, like somewhere in Lancaster or some shit.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that.
And that's right. That's when my time started. And the first time I walked in there, bro, because I had long hair, bro.
Oh, you're still your punk rock look, bro.
I was heavy into like skateboarding culture.
Okay, dope.
So like I had long hair, and the first thing they did, all them fools lined up to watch me get shaved bald. I was
Hey,
like,
that guy.
like, hey.
It never grew back, bro.
Hell no.
It never grew back. bro.
It stayed in juvie, dog. That shit stayed in juvie, dog.
Yeah, bro. They just
Motherfucker
fucking
did life.
It's running the yard over there. Fool. His hair is running the yard over there.
It's an example. If you want to spray paint, this is what happens.
Yeah, bro. But you know what, bro? I never felt bad. I just felt like it was like a learning lesson, right? Because I never thought that graffiti was gonna put me there.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I mean?
So on your way out, what's your response? Oh no, what was your response of your mom when you're in there?
Man, I love my mother. Like I said, shout out my viejita. Man, she would go over there and visit me, man.
You broke her heart for a little bit, huh?
I know I did, but no, she was down, bro. She was.
Oh, moms are always down, homie. The homies are gone, bro. The homies are gone. The old lady might be there for a year or two, but moms. They're there, bro. Shout out to all the jefitas. Yeah, they're there, bro.
Ghost without her.
She would sneaking Snicker bars and shit for me. So she would bring in Snicker bars like through her bra and shit.
If we got a new DA for the she might go after her for
you said you loved her,
allegedly, bro.
Yeah,
allegedly.
Snicker bars means love you.
So now when you're getting out of the juvie, homie, right now, ahora sí, güey, ahora es chingón, ya tienes tus 4 o 5 meses. You know I like fool. You feel like fool. I'm coming out 4 or 5
Superman. Man, homie.
In the graffiti world, if you were down stealing shit at 99 cents store,
fool, yeah. Fool, you about to hit Walmart now.
Right now, you're level 10, and fuck, you're like level 8 graffiti guy, homie. You're coming out. How was it with your homies and you when you're getting out?
Like, bro, I'll be honest, bro. As a child, like, I grew up in an apartment complex where all the gang members from the neighborhood would hang out at Dominguez Barrio, and those motherfuckers were tough on me, bro. So they always taught me, don't be something you're not.
That's right, homie.
Yep. They always tell me, don't pursue something or act like something you're not. And I know I'm not no damn fucking tough gang member, right?
Yeah.
So when I came out with a good mind on my shoulder. I just came out. I remember I called my boys, and they couldn't believe I was out. My crew members, they couldn't believe I was home. These motherfuckers came in bikes with a speaker and shit.
Hell
Came
yeah.
and picked me up, and they threw me a big-ass welcome home party.
That's what's up, dog. No way.
And then I remember that day, bro, because my brother Stoner, rest in peace, brother, I love you.
Rest in peace, your brother.
Dog.
That's the first time I ever met him, and this motherfucker shows up, and he just ate and left. And I was like, what the hell is this guy?
What's up, fool?
El comedor, man.
Yeah, I heard y'all had food.
Yeah, I was like, who the hell's this guy? I'm looking at my homies like, hey, bro, what the hell's going on over here? Who is this guy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the homie. He just got on the crew. I was like, all right, bro. So I reminded him every day, like, nah, fool, you only come to eat when I invite you somewhere.
That's right. That was a local joke with his ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Era como Rafla.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I got out. I just had a good head on my shoulders. You know
Hey,
what
but
I mean?
were you ready to go fucking bomb already, or did you take like a little time to chill out?
Nah, we painted that same weekend, bro. That same weekend we were back on.
Mando.
Yeah, my road dog at the time, my brother Seek and shit. We went painting and shit. I remember we painted and we were back to it, bro. Like, but now it's kind of like I understand the consequences 100%.
Yeah,
that's right.
So now I move different.
Now
like,
you're picking your time slots and shit.
Yeah, like, because when you don't have a mentor, bro, and you're entering something, you're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So you're doing dumb decisions like painting broad daylight, like.
Nothing major.
What's the get down now as far as like on the cops being on you, Vatos? Because like you don't hide your face. I saw your podcast and you got guys, which I would think they'd be blacked out. Because if I'm a cop, I'm like, oh, that's fucking so-and-so. That's
I see that for the gas station every week.
Yeah, that's Jason. So what is it like? I'm sure the cops know who every single one of these guys. At this point, is it just like as long as you're doing commercial buildings, it's kind of like the brown bag theory. When the beers used to be out like this, the cops say, "Hey, put it in a brown bag." Yeah. All right, bro.
I can't see it.
Is it something like that nowadays? Just don't do it in front of my face, or you guys just don't give an F, like hitting those big old bombs? Because I've seen them get much larger in the last couple of years. Yeah. Let's keep it real.
An entire 20-story building.
As far as my guests, bro, that come onto the podcast,
you're professional. You are here as a professional, fool. Your professional opinion.
You got no cans on them right now.
Yeah, your professional opinion.
Now, my professional opinion, as far as my guests that come on, right, that show their face and they're not really worried about people coming and get them. It's just they're older now, bro. You got to think some of these guys are like 60.
Yeah, but if you're still hitting up, that's what I'm saying. If guys are actively still hitting up.
Oh, the active ones cover themselves.
Yeah, but it's not.
Little COVID mask.
I was watching. I was like, yeah, homie. Yeah, Simone, homie. They don't know who I am.
I think I know that fool, dog.
Hey, that's my cousin right there.
Yeah, you over here putting a COVID mask on your cousin? Like, hey, bro.
They'll bring like the push ice mask type
but
thing.
I haven't heard. I think the biggest one, it's the cliche one, the shotgun one, but I think it's because he was hitting up everywhere and everything. Like, go to court, you hit up, go here. So at some point, it became like a disrespecting where people were saying, hey, man, this guy's hitting up everywhere, dude. Like, there's no holds bar. With you guys, is there a code of where you hit up? Like, I'm not going to hit up in front at a school. I'm not going to hit up at somebody's home. because I've seen some taggers. I remember there's one famous video I did. Tagger hit up my pad. I went and got him and brought him back and cleaned it up, bro. They said they called the police. But is there a code?
You know what, brother? I can't speak for the whole culture, but I can speak for myself.
Please.
And my code is I don't paint residents. I don't paint like mom and pop businesses.
Okay.
So like you would catch me more like freeway wall if I go to the freeway or like a train track or a yard. Yards are called where people go and paint, right? So like a train track.
Yeah, that's what we have over here by the Costco
or like an abandoned factory type thing. But you won't catch me like in the neighborhood writing on somebody's wall, like your wall. I wouldn't do something.
That's
like
just
that.
fucked up.
Don't do my wall, bro. Please.
Depends.
I just couldn't do that, bro. Because like I said, bro.
But is that like on a higher level? Because like Hopes, you were saying there's a couple other out there that those guys just hit. You can tell like a building get demolished for new construction. The other one's gonna get covered. They go out there and dude, I'm like, dude, what are these fools are like, pieces. Yeah, bro. They go out there and do massive pieces. How long does it take for these guys to do? Like you say yourself, you go out there and do something like a 12-foot piece, and you're doing it overnight. You do it overnight. You do it like in sections.
A 12-foot like wide.
Yeah, 12-foot wide, but up in the top, bro. Like maybe like 8 feet. That's what I see some of those.
It's like scaled.
It just depends how detailed you get, right? If it's just a bomb, it shouldn't take you more than 10, 15 minutes. If it's just like a fat letter bomb.
No, but I'm talking like some shit like this, bro.
Like that, man. You're gonna be there for a little bit.
Like for this, like top part only. 4 letters.
Yeah, you're gonna be there for a little bit.
You're gonna lay down like 5 colors.
Like when these guys spray paint, bro, it's like their expression, a thought of feeling an emotion through the aerosol, right?
That's right.
So to some people, those letters might not mean anything, but to us, it's like I could feel what he's trying to say. You know what I mean? Like when I see Hopes get to super high spots,
bro,
deep down inside, I know what it means to him to be up there and doing it, and then to get away with it.
Yep.
And the brother's a very respectful man. You know what I mean? Like if I hit him up, we don't know each other, but he'll give me the time of the day. Like, hey, what's up,
he's the one that's over here. He's the one that, around here a lot in North Hollywood. I've seen him. Oh, he's everywhere. But out here, he does some big old things. But I noticed he always does it like where they're gonna break the building down. They're doing this in the cover.
Yeah, no, he's a cool cat, and he's been in the game forever. He's super certified.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of them, right? Like I could see what they're trying to say. I could see why they went that high. I could tell, like, all right, man.
Yeah, this fool is over here now. Got a good one doing this
hey,
shit,
you're
right?
going down memory lane right now. Let me ask you something. Like, out of all the types, like, what is your favorite to hit up with? Like a can, a roller, mop. What is your like go to?
Me, I just love the spray can, bro.
Yeah. And do you have like a style? Like, is this the style that you like to stick with, or do you kind of play around?
I always like to be innovative. Always trying to challenge myself. Like, don't never sit on a comfort zone.
That's right.
Is there names of styles?
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
Well, I don't know. And what I mean to like a bomb versus like a throwy versus just like throwing a sick ass tag above your name or something, and then also like your actual style, because like this style is more like old school, like hip hop.
What's a throwy?
Yeah, for to answer your question, a throw up is just something that you kind of throw up.
Just the name. Okay.
When you don't got that much time and you just want to lay something out real quick, a 2-color black, white, or chrome and black, just real quick, throw it, boom, let's go. But I come from a time, bro, where you want to be the best you possibly can.
Yeah.
So when you go up there to paint, you want people to look at your stuff and be like, damn, that guy did his thing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like, damn, who the hell is this guy?
Is there an etiquette as far as like doing by the railroad tracks? You guys take your cans, or that's not cool. You guys just throw them over. Let's keep it real.
Yeah,
like,
you literally on the spot.
Do you guys take your cans with you, or do you guys just say?
I'll be honest, bro. Right now, to my knowledge, ain't nobody taking their cans, bro.
That's just part of the gig.
That's how you know it's a spot.
No, it's not. It's not part of the game because the elders will see you and they'll check you. Like, hey, homie, if you're gonna come here, you better pick up your cans.
So you should pick up your cans.
Yeah, you should pick them up, but to each his own. You know
hey, now, like when you're doing it like on a high level. This is an expensive hobby, fool. Like, no, let's keep it real. I'm thinking construction. Esta pintura, this $7. The amount of time you guys are taking, these fools are taking ladders. Yeah. They might as well just fucking open up the pintura shop and compete against the compas real quick.
Yeah, it's for the homies right here.
Somebody who's doing it like on a, let's say somebody who's just out there.
Yeah.
What do you think they're spending a month on the whole getup? Gas, paint, like everything, bro.
You know, bro, some guys are sponsored.
Oh, really?
Some guys are sponsored by these spray paint companies because these spray paint companies want to push their brand.
Oh, I never even thought about that,
like,
bro.
Like I'm sponsored by 360 Spray Paint out of
I've seen that.
Out of Mexico. Shout out 360, toda la raza mexicana.
360.
So shout out to them. But not everybody is that fortunate to be sponsored, right? So
Of course.
they do have to do maneuver things to get their paint, whether it's kind of like trade some shit for paint or, you know what I mean, sell some
Barter,
shit.
yeah, let's do something.
I figured it
Because
out.
realistically, bro, you can't steal paint nowadays. You can't.
Nah.
And then that's the truth.
You can't what?
You can't
Steel
steal paint.
Yeah, that's
What's
just
steel
behind
paint?
glass,
Spray
bro.
paint.
Oh.
You can't steal spray
Oh,
paint.
you can't steal print. No.
Because you can't go to a graffiti shop and just try to rob them. It's not gonna
That
happen.
ain't happening.
So the Home Depot ones ain't good? The Home Depot paint ain't good?
That's a good
That's only for
question.
cholos or what?
That's a
Man,
good
I
question.
heard-
That's like your Crayola style right there, right? Back in the day.
I've heard an elder homie tell me this, and he tells me all the time. It doesn't matter what you use; it's what you do with it.
Damn, fool.
Yeah, but again, but it's the Home Depot.
Hey, fool. Come on, bro. You know Gil does construction. He's at Home Depot a lot.
Yeah, the upside down paints work great, bro.
Yeah, that's
but that's
crazy.
upside down
Yeah,
paint,
but
so
for
you can't.
Like the homie that be doing the curves and shit. Have you seen the homie that does the curves?
Yeah, he does
That
a
fool be
nice
like,
job, bro.
Doom, 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 and that will go. And
Hey, he
then-
does a nice job. He does a nice job.
Hey, shout out to the homie
the
too.
dude with the
TikTok.
roller ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is his name? Arena Curve, some shit like
I
that.
know, but he does a beautiful work, bro.
yeah.
He does some real nice work. I'm like, why is like we were actually talking about that at work where there was a bunch of concrete trucks going. I looked at the street. You could tell like they had their gardener because these are fucking mansions. They have the help, right? They had their gardener. Somebody just come in and
Just
kind of
fucking mark anything.
I'm like, bro, they should have that guy. I was like, they should have that guy from TikTok come over here, like the Palisades, Bel Air. Like,
Bro, is this the dude that did like the what is it? The disabled sections with like a light blue? Like his blue is like this really nice light
I don't know.
vibrant
That's
blue.
it. He does curves, bro, and he'll do
Yeah.
rams, dog. I mean, you name
I
it.
probably got to see him.
And shout out to the homie because he incorporated his daughter and son. They help him out.
That's dope.
That's beautiful,
and
bro.
It's like a family thing
That's
where
a
they all come together. And
That's
they
dope.
together.
Okay, so I'm learning the game, homie. But how much do you think, like, without a sponsor, how much is you guys spending $1,000 a month, $500 a month? Like, what do you think?
Man, if I would have to throw a number out there just off the top of my head, I would say maybe like $2,000.
Damn.
I
If you
believe
want
it, bro.
If you're active, I'll throw that number out there.
Now, is that I get the art part, but some of it has to be a little bit of the, I don't know if the ego's the right word, but it has to be a little bit of the fame. Like, hell yeah, bro. Like, I want people to know my name, my boy.
It's like the KRS-One song, the graffiti song, the Out for Fame. Have you heard it?
I'm sure I have. Well,
So it's like you're out for fame. That's really what you're doing. Like you're trying to get
Okay.
up as much as you can. You're trying to put your name everywhere. You want to be seen.
Yeah.
The higher the spot, the better.
It's artistry.
Man, it's crazy, man. Like to take a step back. A lot of people say that the graffiti we know today, which I call hip hop graffiti, came from New York, right? But in the West Coast, you already had placazos, bro.
Oh, damn. You're right.
You had homies doing some sick ass
Damn.
placas to let you know, hey, homie, it's my barrio right
you
here.
ain't lying.
Fuck,
You
yeah,
ain't
you're
lying,
right.
bro.
You're
And
right.
if you
Santa
touch that,
Monica.
if you touch that placa, homie,
Yeah,
you already
yeah.
know what time it is.
Wow,
Yeah,
you know what? You're absolutely
Damn,
right, bro.
yeah.
And that's how it started in the West
Yeah,
Coast, right? Because
yeah.
like the early gangs in Los Angeles, you would go big old
they
block
can't, they
letters.
can't
and-
claim graffiti, homie.
yeah, that's a
Damn,
trip.
homie.
Yeah.
They can't claim
Nah,
graffiti,
That's
homie.
a trip, bro. Because I literally am that guy. I'm the
Yeah.
guy that like I think of East Coast, like
Yeah.
the inception, bro. But then I got
Think about it. That's a great
Dude,
point he just had.
It's 100% because I got a lot of theos and older cats in my family that they're older, first generation, bro. And I've seen pictures and like brown
bro.
pictures,
Big old
bro.
placazo.
Yeah.
And then you go to the Teen Angels magazine, you got pictures of the placas.
I know,
Damn.
I like this guy, bro.
What a trip.
with
I know I like this guy,
What
bro.
a trip,
with the
dog.
homies posted, and then you think about it, right? And the West Coast, we weren't. The homies weren't worried about b-boy and break. Motherfuckers were popping and shit, like
Yeah, for
bumping,
sure.
bumping oldies
Yeah,
and
hitting
funk,
the robots and
hitting
shit,
the placa. So like, think about it, bro. Like late 70s, early 80s, you got these homies that are hardcore gang members from the barrio, right?
Quiero que sepas.
And then you got something new coming to the world, which is hip hop.
Okay.
So then people are like, what the hell is that? Well, what's going on over there?
Yep.
Why are these fools dressing with Kangos and belt buckles and Pumas and Adidas with big old shoelaces? Like, what the hell's going on here? So now you got full-on gang members changing their style to enter hip-hop.
What a trip. Damn.
So, like, my question's always been, like, how did the homies take that?
yeah.
I know for a fact that there was it definitely it's like right now how you see the younger generation influenced by hip hop. Like you see some guys sagging a little bit. You see them a little saying the N word. Like saying you had a small portion of people that did go that route.
Yeah.
But the elder guys, they kept it.
Yeah.
They kept it the 501s, the jeans, and stuff. And I think jail had a lot to do with that because at that point, a lot of like the gang members,
Yeah.
they were still like, fuck that rap, bro.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
keep it 100. The older homies were like, that ain't our music.
Well,
So we kind of made a big old bubble around us.
Yeah.
Homies were getting out of jail, and that's why you kept that whole solid part of those cholo look, homie. Even through the 90s. But you did have some go off, but we were still hot, homie, especially because you got the movie Colors, the movie American Me, and that just made the stock of the gang member go through the roof.
But even to your point, I just saw this video, man, and I didn't even know, like, that just spun my mind. This was another one, dog. When you look back at, like, the early 90s gangbang culture, a lot of these cats were taken from the cholo culture anyways. Like, you got Snoop Dogg in a fucking flannel and Dickies. You like, all those cats, they were all taken from the cholo style, dog. The whole West Coast gang culture, you know?
Yeah, it just trips me out though, cause like I study this shit like it's crazy, and like to just think that at one point we didn't have hip hop out here in the West Coast, right?
Yeah.
It was just oldies and funk.
Funk, funk for sure.
And like
that's true.
And like I hear so many stories from the older guys. Like it's crazy because gangbanging was at a different level than what it is today. Like back then, there's not going through the alley and coming back.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
for sure, homie. It was at its peak. It was just like you see. It was just like you see on TV. Like Thursday night, I'd be in the hood right now. I'd be right there. 5-10 guys, maybe over here. Friday, Saturday kicks in, bro. It's like, you got 30 guys.
30, 40 cats on the block.
Easy, 30 guys. You got 5 homies at the liquor store here, 5 over here. He's about to go smoking weed. He's about to
show power, homie.
I'm over here with my little speaker, bumping some music.
Yeah.
You know, it was cracking, homie.
It's not like I couldn't go to Hollywood back in the early 80s and be like, oh, I know American Cholo. So what, homie?
No, back then, I know this guy, bam, you might get hit, bro. It was every so many blocks was somebody's hood. Like, if you want that action, you're going to find it, homie. And then, but that also comes to with the taggers. That's when the tagger and the tag bag thing took off. You had and one of the biggest one was Cam. Cam was a big tagging crew. They were looked down. Like the homies were like, you fools are taggers, and we did. We thought fucking taggers, but you know they're men, they're homies, they're young Latinos, and then they started banging. But then you guys started fighting one another. How did the tag war start? Is it just like banging for girls, or is it fuck this guy just in general? How does that start?
Well, I'll be honest, bro. The tag banging era was really pushed to the press by Fox 11 by that segment they did.
Damn, for real?
Oh, it glamorized it.
They blew it out of proportion. They made it seem like everybody that touches the spray cans about that life, and it wasn't true.
Yeah, not at all.
Because some of these guys were pure to the culture. Like in Los Angeles, they had the Belmont Tunnel, which was like the club for graffiti writers where everybody would go hang out and paint and mingle and meet each other. Iconic battles happened there. So people were really focused on that. It was there. Don't get me wrong. It was there. But these people made it seem like you see a guy hitting up with a spray can, he's a tag banger. He's doing this. He's doing that.
He's got a strap on him right now.
But it really was not like that.
But I think it was the evolution, because I remember there was one small tagging crew in my neighborhood, like in 1996, right? I got out of jail.
Yeah.
And I go bang on these fools. One of them was like, no, don't trip. And I'm like, no, these fools from? I mean, they're from so-and-so. And I'm like, fool, they look more banged out than you. Fool, like, what's up?
Yeah.
And then I go to jail. Sure enough, I come out 2 or 3 years after. And these fools are banging against these fools. I told you, fools. You could see some of the, like you said, not everybody's made for that, but even guys that are in gangs, not everybody's made for that, fool.
Well, and even in another light, bro, like one thing that I experienced, because like I didn't even know tag banging was a thing when I first started writing, was homeboy had got murdered, dog. Some fools killed some homeboy up in Silmar, and then a bunch of cats kind of came together and were like, hey, bro, like, we need to get some homies like when we're around, dog. Like, we can't just go right now. And they beat this fool with the bat.
I mean, it's a lot of those stories, bro.
You know
a lot of those stories where situations like that have happened. But another thing that I wanted to point out is that at that time, brother, you couldn't say no to the barrio.
Yeah.
You couldn't be like, oh, I'm going to be a writer. I don't want to be part of that. It didn't work that way. It's either you're from the barrio or you're going to get dealt with.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's how it was back then.
Damn.
It was tough. So when I see the guys that made it through all that, I give them nothing but respect. Like, hey, homie, like, I respect you, brother, because you went through all this emotion pursuing this culture, and you're still here representing at the highest level. It's nothing but love.
Yeah, you know what he went through, man. And it's not like there's somebody paying him like a check to go through this shit at the end of it. Like, nah, you're doing it for the love, dog, and the culture.
Yeah, and like, it's just, it fascinates me, you know, just learning from these guys, being able to speak to them and hear their stories, and because they're before my time, to know that there was something before me. And I get to learn it, and I cherish every moment of it, brother. I don't ever take it for granted.
That's what's up.
I don't ever think I'm too cool. Like, if I go to an event or somebody's there and they want to talk graph, let's talk.
That's what's up.
I always carry something on me, so every time someone sees me, they get something from me, whether it's a sticker,
It's beautiful,
a pin, whatever.
Yeah.
It's always been nothing but love with me. I don't ever think I'm cooler than anybody else.
No, it's beautiful, man, because like graffiti's an art, man. Like, I'm a martial artist, right? So fighting is a huge thing, man. And what I've learned, bro, it's in any artistry, the ego's a big one, bro. And it's really hard to find cats that get really good in whatever field it is, from fucking fighting to graffiti to painting to music, and they get this ego on them, right? It's really hard to find humble cats that are still giving back. You know what I mean? So that's a beautiful thing on you. But one question I had that you kind of hit on was like, who were some of the cats when you first started coming up that were already kind of like legendary that you were looking up to?
You know, I was looking up to the whole NBC crew out of Northside Long Beach. Shout out NBC, Evac, Tank, Punch. Who else? They had they even had Mew with them. They were doing their thing, man. I was watching how Evac was doing his thing, Tank and Punch, and
Evac was hard.
those the first guys that I seen that I was like, man, these guys are at the highest level. I gotta get better.
That's right.
I gotta get to that level. I gotta get my letters like that. And like, they were doing freeway overpasses on the 710, and I seen them grow, bro. I was there watching them grow. Like, I was missing them by seconds. Like, I would walk by the yard, touch the paint, that thing was still like,
dang, smelling the wall and shit.
Yeah, like I was missing them by seconds.
So you were in the culture while it was being made too.
I wouldn't say that, brother, because the graffiti here in Los Angeles, I want to say, started like in the early 80s, late 70s, when it hit Los Angeles, right? And I wasn't around for that, bro.
But like what people would identify as graffiti, because like I didn't even consider what you said about like the placazos everywhere and shit, right? Yeah. I just think of like this graffiti.
No, yeah, placazos definitely developed a lot of guys. Like, look at guys like Big Sleeps. His placazos are at the highest level.
That's right.
And that's cultura, and that's graffiti. You know what I mean? That's
true, man.
And it's definitely been impactful, brother. Like, you know, in Los Angeles, if we get a little bit deep into that, like, you know, the early days, like with graffiti, I mean, you had guys coming from New York, you know, trying to see what's out here. You know, like Ice-T was a big part of the culture of hip hop down here, right?
For sure.
Like, when he had his club called Radio Club, where he would have all the B-boys come from New York and break dance.
Damn, that's right.
And like, they had the MCs rap, and then he had the guys graffiti. And then later on, Carmelo Alvarez took over it and started Radiotron for the youth, where everybody would come meet from different barrios, right? Because back then, bro, it wasn't normal for kids from different barrios to be in one place. That wasn't normal.
Absolutely not.
Like, hey, homie, if you're from over there, stay your ass over there. Yeah. I don't want to see you. But Radiotron played a big part in changing that, you know? And then you had a lot of guys right there meeting up for painting, right? And then, like, just having so much stuff, like, man, like the first graffiti expo that was hosted by Frame, you know what I mean, and Carmelo, like, so much things that happened.
Hey, when did downtown LA become the art district? Do you know that history of that place?
Of Los Angeles?
Yeah, right there by over there by like Home Industry and all.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. That off the top of my head, I don't know, brother. I wouldn't be able to say.
That's dope, bro. When you go there, like I went there, like I barely found that place a few years back, and I was like, damn, this is dope, bro. It's badass where you can have a little
bit of everything.
But what's the etiquette in those places? Because you see different drawings all the time. Is the etiquette after somebody does a bomb, I gotta wait a day, 2 or 3, or can I go there and paint over it and do my own shit?
Well, the etiquette that I was taught as a child was, if you go to the spot, right, and you see a throw up, and you're kind of like, all right, I'm gonna go over this. It better be better.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
And if you're better, then it's cool.
It's respect.
Yeah. But you will have those guys that are going to hold that grudge, like, hey, fool, you went over me.
You crossed me out, G.
Yeah. But how long will it stay? Let's say it's real good.
Yeah.
But eventually it's got to get covered, right?
That ain't going to say nothing.
If it's there for 2 weeks and it gets covered, what do you think?
As long as you did better. It's like if I walk down the street right now and I see like a cool little bomb or throw up or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I want that spot.
Oh, so that's the game, huh? So that's okay.
That's getting up, fool. You get up.
But it could go both ways because some guys might just get mad because you're like chalking the spot, like that's his spot. Well, why don't you go hit something else?
Okay, so like, have you, if that happened to you, somebody crossed you up, right? And let's say it's not even that good. Like you're salty about this shit. Are you gonna fight old boy allegedly, or are you gonna do like a graffiti battle? And also, have you ever had a battle for your name?
What I would do, bro, I just laugh. I'm just like, whatever, bro. I got better things to worry about.
Serious,
like I ain't gonna. I'd rather go kick it with my family and deal with you.
That's right. That's right.
But a younger me would have been like, hell no, bro. Where's this away? Let's go battle.
All right, so you would have battled it back in the day.
Let's go battle, bro. For paying for a beer, whatever it is. But let's go.
How do you battle, phone?
So like it's pretty much you show up to a spot where you guys are gonna pay.
Oh shit! All right.
And then
fucking battles.
And then you have like some judges that are reputables, like elderly guys or whoever's around there that's a reputable, right?
Hey, hold on, slow down. Talk to me about your first battle, fool. Your first battle, fool. Come on.
And what was the name?
It was when I was riding Coic, bro.
Oh yeah.
It was between the crew. Like I was giving my homie crap Ramfla because at the time he only wanted to be with a girl, bro. And I'm like, fool, I'm trying to be out here in pain, bro. Like I ain't got time for this, bro. Like we painting or what? And he got mad. He got mad, bro. Like, oh hell no, this was over here. So we battled, bro. And like,
no way.
We battled and. He didn't take it serious, so I didn't take it serious. But we battled though.
Damn,
and like
certified lover boy battle.
And then that fool was just like,
so you got people watching you while you're doing your thing.
Yeah, like fools from like around the neighborhood and shit.
Now you had to be a little nervous, bro. Come on, you're going over there like,
oh boy, bro. He's probably in front of his girl right now. He's throwing it up, G.
Yeah, and he had his girl right there with him and shit.
Oh, well, you know he didn't want to lose.
Who won the battle, phone?
You know what? Some people gave it to me. Some people gave it.
Who won it?
Who won the battle, fool?
I mean, in my eyes, I took it, bro.
That's right.
That's right. In front of his girl, G.
Hey, you can get a text on the way home. Hey, fool.
Hey, that's fucked up. We gonna run it back.
I need to run that shit back.
And I want American Cholo. There is a judge.
Hell yeah, for the big ass one.
It wasn't be like, hey, Ronek, I think he took this one.
These are things that to me it's completely foreign to me. I mean, not foreign as far as seeing it, but as far as the whole life. So
it's a whole culture.
It's a whole culture, bro. And it's kind of cool to sit there and kind of hear the history of it, right?
Yeah.
Somebody asked in the comment section earlier, have you or do you know anybody who's been like upside down to do their shit, like over a fucking building? I don't know. They just said upside down, homie. So.
Like someone holding you?
Anything, holding you.
Or like leaning over the top.
Like majorly, but they can still do it straight.
Bro, I'll be honest, bro. When you get into that situation and you hear all the cars going by fast, like, oh, no, we're passing the freeway. Yeah. It does something to you, bro. You're just like...
Dead at night.
Oh, shit, bro. Like, what am I doing?
So what's the sequence when you're, let's say, all right, we're going to go. Do you usually go by yourself? Do you take a partner with you? When you allegedly used to go?
I always gotta take somebody with me.
Okay, so you're taking somebody with you. Do you vatos already know which overpass you're hitting, or are you like, do you guys hunt?
Usually the homie would be like, hey, bro, I seen this one, bro.
Yeah. You already spotted it.
Yeah, we need that. Like, all right, bro.
So are you the guy who would do when you're driving over, the 101, the 4, you see the next morning?
When I was a kid, brother, I'm not going to act like I'm out there and I'm killing shit.
No, yeah, of course.
But when I was a kid, bro. When I was a kid, over the 710. The 710.
So what are you doing? You're jumping over the sign?
You know how it started, bro? There used to be this writer. I mean, I don't want to burn him out, but his name is Ink. And that fool would come to the neighborhood. And he used to clown us. Like, oh, I'm doing the overpass freeways. Where you fools at?
Oh, shit. Hey, that's the game, right?
Yeah.
No, that's the game.
For any competition.
And one time, what this one did was he left a fucking can right in front of his piece on the overpass.
That's sick.
I left it there for you fools.
Oh, it's like his calling card, dog.
So the homies were like, fuck that shit. We're going to go get that shit. And we went. We did like a little crew thing on the side, and we got the fucking can. And we're like, here's your fucking... No, I take that back. I don't think we gave him back the can. I think we just used it.
Yeah. No, but that was him, like, step your level up.
Yeah,
kids.
yeah,
like,
come on.
Yeah,
push it.
And he was the same age as us. He was the same age as us.
He needed some competition around, dog.
Man, I haven't seen that motherfucker since high school, bro. Shout out to that fool. I don't know what the fuck happened to that guy.
Ink turned into a DA, fool. He's prosecuting.
Damn.
He's prosecuting you about this right now.
Hey, what was like the best spot that you got of like the one building or spot or location where you're like, oh, this is my favorite right here?
You know what, bro? In my neighborhood, I painted a mural, and I see that shit every day. So I think that to me brings a lot of joy because I was able to share something that nobody really uses or does where I come from. But as far as illegal, a spot, damn. I want to say like, man, it's because when I was a kid, bro, I didn't really think about that type
You didn't
of
like
stuff.
take it in. You were just moving.
I was just moving. I never sat there like, oh, this.
Oh, what's the most sketchy one you did that had you like shook? Like, fuck, bro.
I'll give you a story. Look, bro, this one time, I was like 12 years old, and I went to school in Carson, at Carnegie, and me and my boy at the time were fucking walking. Right, we're walking, and we're doing our thing. We're hitting up, and this other crew had an older fool that already drove, so he was driving with two fools from that barrio.
Oh shit!
And I seen those fools fucking just hop out the car. Boom! Hey, homie. Fucking do it right in my hood.
Fuck.
And I was a little ass kid, bro. I was 12. And I was like, huh? Like, what you talking about, bro? Nah, what the fuck you doing in my hood? And then that fool fucking cracked me. Bah!
Damn.
And he hits me right here. Boom. And I just stood froze, bro. He didn't drop me. So he's kind of looking at me like that. This little fool didn't fall.
Fuck. Yeah, you can't keep pushing the fight after that.
And then like he fucking just looking at me like, and he just snatches a can off of me like, boom. And I'm like, what the fuck? I remember saying, what the fuck? And I first got into the car and left.
Damn.
You didn't know the game yet.
But the crazy part is, I mean, they got handled later because my homie was involved in that world. His family.
Yeah, he found out.
So it's kind of like they dealt with it at a high level.
Yeah.
But
For sure.
at that moment, I was just like, hey, fool, what the fuck?
What the fuck just happened? Yeah, I'm just trying to write.
No, but I was tripping out, and my homie was excited that this would crack me and he didn't drop me.
Hey, you took that, dog. Hold on. Were you a big 12-year-old or a little 12-year-old?
Nah, bro, right now I look pretty heavy, bro. But when I was 12, I was skinny as hell, bro.
Oh, damn.
I was skinny.
Yeah, so you ate that.
Yeah, and that fool was like, yeah, fool, you took it. I'm like, fool, what the fuck?
Hey, is getting a fire extinguisher and writing graffiti?
Yes.
Yes, fool.
That's graffiti, bro?
Fuck yeah, dog.
So that's just like equal to that, like as far as when you're writing, or that's just I don't give enough. Like
I think it would be considered another tool,
Yeah.
another tool to achieve what you're trying to achieve, bigger.
And how did you used to empty your fire extinguisher?
Man, bro.
Yeah, I got stories on that one, G.
Man, bro,
Allegedly.
That shit was fun, bro. I remember, man.
Yeah.
Fucking extinguishers, man.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I mobbed down to Hollywood on one Saturday night, fool, and everybody was out there. Start screaming out, "A hose is cold." yeah. It's just like
how do you fill those things up with paint?
So you got to put some paint in there, and then pressure it. And
Well, what's the process? Like you got to get it and put it into a bucket, then you put it in there. How do you pressurize it? Like the whole thing?
You open up the thing.
Okay.
You open up the
Chris, what's the number up there?
extinguisher,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna put the
mic.
paint in.
Yeah.
Some thinner, mix it until you're liking.
And what kind of paint do you like? Regular paint? Like,
I put house paint.
and you guys just hit it up with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm an outsider looking in. Well, look at that. That's I mean, it's different, but it's not. It's not that. Will you have somebody who's at a high caliber doing like the guy Hope we spoke about?
Okay.
You think you will see Hope hit up with one of those?
See, I can't answer that because I don't know him on a personal level.
Right.
So I don't know what his.
Well, you know a lot of big guys. With some of the guys who are extremely well known, hit up one of those or no?
Yeah.
Oh, they still do it?
Yeah, they'll do it.
Oh, shit.
They'll rock it out with that. It's fun. I mean,
No, it looks pretty. now,
we're about to do a vlog getting up with American Cholo.
yeah, right. What's the? Is there like a time limit to a tag, or like is there a prime as far as years? Or I know there's guys that go that way older, but is there a prime to actually do it on a street level?
I think it's like everything. When you're young, it's always going to be your prime.
Okay.
And when you're a youngster, between 12 and like 19, I think that's your prime, right? With anything in general.
Right.
And as you get older, responsibilities kick in. You become a dad or a job or whatever it is,
Right.
You got to start paying bills and shit. And it's not fun like how I used to, where you could just go and paint all day and night and just go to your mom's house.
I got responsibilities, fool.
Yeah, so for the primes, I would say like the younger years, anywhere between 12 and 19, I think would be the prime.
What's the oldest guy that you know that's still out there doing it?
Man, there's some
70-year-old cat.
like 60.
No chingas way.
Man, there's still camaradas hitting up placazos in the hood, bro, that are old as hell.
Yeah, that's true. That is true, fool.
Like, hey, little homie, let me get that shit real quick. Let me show you how it's done. Fucking big-ass placas and shit. Like,
so now let's talk about your transition into podcasting, homie. The name of the podcast is?
Got No Control Podcast.
Now, what is Got No Control? Why would you come up with that name?
So, it's funny, bro. It goes back to Ranfla. Ranfla was too busy being with his girl, so the homies were like, we're going to start our own shit. And I was like, hey, I'm down. And the homie, my brother, rest in peace, Ruik, he came up with the name. He was like, we're going to be GNC. And we're like, all right, fool. So we started rocking that out, and that's where Got No Control comes from.
Okay, dope. Dope.
So that's where the name originally came from. I started as Krylon Talk.
Krylon Talk?
Yeah, I started as Krylon Talk because, Krylon was my weapon of choice as a kid.
As a can.
But I changed the name just because I didn't want no legal issues with Krylon,
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea, dog.
And honestly, I didn't think it was going to become what it has become today, bro. I really did not think I was going to be in these shoes today. Like I was telling you earlier, bro, I cherish every moment of it. Anyone ever comes up to me, like I mentioned, I got something for them, a sticker, a pin, whatever. It's all love. I shake hands, take pictures, whatever it is, bro. And it's nothing but love.
That's what's up. And Got No Control is hard.
Thank you, brother.
That's a hard-ass name.
And the way I started was crazy, brother. It was like during COVID, right? Podcast was cracking, like 2019, 2018.
What's that sound?
I heard that too.
The bathroom fool? You clog up the bathroom, bro?
Hey, what is that?
Oh,
Was that your phone, maybe? You hear that, right, bro?
stop now.
Yeah, this was plugged up the bathroom, bro. He left the fucking lizard in there, bro.
Reggie.
Ah, shit. So then, when did the podcast idea come in from?
Okay. So I think 2018, 2019 podcast is going crazy, right? And I'm sitting there like, I want to hear some graffiti shit though, right? And nobody's doing it.
We hear that, bro. What is that, bro?
Oh, it's my phone ringing.
Oh, it's this fool. Yeah, bro, he's wigging me out over here. Cause I was like, yeah, bro.
I was like, oh shit, what's going on here? It was like,
Yeah, I thought I was tweaking over here, bro.
Hey, man, I flushed twice, all right? I flushed twice,
You
G.
said you dropped an alien in there, bro. The Dunaki or whatever.
Anunnaki dropped a little baby in there, bro.
Anunnaki.
Hell yeah. I told you there's clones, bro. How
Hey,
to
tell
drop
your
one
homie
off.
we're busy, bro. That's Ranfla right there, fool.
Let
That
me-
Ranfla saying, I just love my girl, bro. I'm back.
Yeah, we're over.
Hotline, what you got? Chris, we're not connected to the Bluetooth, bro. Come on, we were here for 3 hours, Chris. We're here for 3 hours. We're here for 3 hours. You're supposed to help me with the Bluetooth, Chris. Come on.
It's fine.
Hablamos español.
Sí, güey, quiero que sepas. All right, let me do connected device.
Quiero decirte que ya estoy enfadado del graffiti.
All right, we're connected. All right, go ahead and call back, caller. Yeah, dude, what was that, fool? What do you got that thing on alien mode, bro?
Nah,
Oh, the ET.
All right, so let's get back to the podcast, man. Where did the idea for you to start your podcast Got No Control come from?
So during COVID, right? Like I said, everybody podcasting was becoming a thing, and I was watching it everywhere.
Right.
Mainly for hip hop, right? For rappers and stuff. Because I like to rap and stuff too, so I was like all into that stuff.
Hold that thought, fool.
And-
Hotline.
1 2 1 2.
What's up, Chris?
Hello.
What up? It's connected now or what?
Yeah, we good, fool. Talk to Chris, homie. Talk to BC, homeboy. He's over here messing up. He's been here for 3 hours already. What's going on, Tony?
Perdió Kamala and all the stuff is getting messed up.
Yeah, no, this is BC. This is Black Chris, homie. It's different Chris, carnal.
All right, my bad.
What's going on?
So I remember what influenced me a lot was there was a video game called Getting Up by Mark Echo, right?
Okay.
I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
It came out, right?
That
That influenced me tough to start writing, yeah. And then also there was a video, I forgot who it was, they had like 900 people. But basically in that video, there was a clip where some cool bucket caught a spot where it says Melrose, Normandy on the 101, right? And everyone after they saw that video, everyone caught that spot. I think to this day you could still see on the overpass, everyone still catches that spot, right? So seeing that kind of stuff influenced me to start writing. I wasn't any good, but I tried, you know? So what influenced you? Like, what was like the pinnacle moment where you were like, I'm gonna try this out? You know what I mean? Like, what pushed you? Like, did you see it, or was it something that like was your homie doing it, or what was the influence to get you to like put paint on the wall for the first time?
That's a question for me, right?
Yeah. Ain't us.
Hey, what's up, brother? I just want to say thank you for taking the time to asking the question and considering my opinion. For me, brother, it was just coming up with my buddies. We didn't really have that type of stuff that LA had, right? So it was just kind of like pushing each other every day. Like, we got to get better. We got to get better. We got to develop. And then we started seeing local writers doing their thing, and then we took pride on that. The riverbed was extremely impactful for us in Long Beach. The Long Beach riverbed right there where the 405 and the 710 meet. There was a lot of stuff down there, bro. A lot of stuff that would get us moving and grooving. Like, damn, bro, look at that guy. Look how he did his bubbles, or look how he did his drips, or look at his 3D. Like, we got to get better, bro. We got to get better. And we just kept pushing each other. But we never really had that one person that we looked at and be like, damn, that inspires me. Like, we didn't have that, but we did get inspired by the locals, like the people around us. And, even the placazo, like, everybody, in my opinion, has a dope placazo style. Even if you paint graffiti, right? You could hit up some gang style writing and stuff.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, because I mean, it was, I don't know, my brother was a gangbanger. I was more like into tagging and stuff. And so I liked it. And then he told me, like, hey, if you go to jail, like, they're going to beat you up. Like, yeah, for real. And he told me, too, if you go to jail, don't be saying you're a resident, because all the fools that tagged in a resident, we know off the bat who's, they just don't want to retire with it, right? But I feel like he didn't understand it, because it was pretty dangerous. Like, I got a cousin, may he rest in peace. He died right there on Sherman Way and Laura K, and there's a very narrow bridge, right?
Yeah.
It's all along the railroad tracks, and he got hit by a train catching the spot. So, like, it's dangerous. But homies, también, they would tie belts and, like, get on the freeway thing and, like, right there to catch a heaven, And, it was, and it's still running into them, because we would go, like, that spot where American Solo said, because I grew up right there, too. We used to hit all those railroad tracks, all behind Home Depot, all the way, like, basically till you hit Burbank, and that was, like, our playground. Like, we should just fuck shit up over there like that, But it was pretty dangerous going in those railroad tracks. It was sketchy. Fools would pull out knives on you, and other fools that, because at that time,
hell yeah,
at that time, graffiti was, like, if no one's supposed to be there, so you run into some other fool, you're going to bang on them, like. It's like pulsing the color red, fool. Like, you see him and you're like, what's that fool doing here?
Let me ask you something, brother, before we get off the line. What do you feel is something the world should know about graffiti in general?
Wait, repeat it? I can't hear too good, my bad.
What do you feel the world should know about graffiti culture here in Los Angeles?
I feel like the graffiti is our expression. It's our way of, putting what we have in our head, letting out. It's our way to catch pain. It's our way to express stuff. It's putting your best effort into something. It wasn't. It's a lot of good dudes do graffiti. They're not all desmadrosos. They're not all drug addicts. Like, they're artists. They're artists, and that's the best form of expression that we have, to put our paint, to put it out there. Like, I'm very for doing murals in especially in the valley, because, like, you go to cities like Pacoima and you see just dope art. You see La Virgen de Guadalupe, you see Richie Valens, you see Danny Trejo.
Yeah, it's beautiful stuff out there, bro.
No one there's gonna touch it. It's part of the city. It might be an old building that's ugly from the front, where you go around the backside and it's just a beautiful mural. I feel like that kind of became a rebirth when Kobe died. Because when Kobe died, we just started seeing murals everywhere. And that just expressed how we felt about Kobe. He's one of the legends here in LA. So no matter where you go in LA, you're going to see a Kobe mural, and it's just how we express our love for him. So, I feel like one thing that people need to understand about graffiti is, like, it's how we express our love, whether it be for our hood or for the city or whatever, And other people see it as a nuisance, but it's not that, It's our form of expression. You feel me?
I agree 100%, brother. And I mean, it's a pleasure to meet you. Follow me on the Instagram. Let's stay connected. And it's nothing but love, brother.
Simón.
Thanks, Tony. Appreciate the call, brother. Big
Later,
Tony. Big Tony, that's the player right there, homie. So the podcast, homie. So when you come with the podcast game, talk to me.
All right, so like I was telling you, during 2019, podcasting was really on an uprise. And I was watching it, but I was like, man, I want to hear some graffiti shit, right? So I started reaching out to podcasts, and everybody was leaving me, like, not replying to me. And the few that did reply to me were trying to charge me like $1,500 to come on.
Damn, homie. You should have called me back then.
No, you know what? You know what's something that I appreciate about you, brother? That I did reach out to you, and you did take the time.
Of course.
To reply to me and be like, hey, at the very most, I'll listen. And that's why I admire your platform so much. That's why I told Hood, who connected us.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I came here. You know what I mean?
That's right. I'm going to appreciate you. Shout out to Hood from Weedmas, carnal.
And what's his favorite word? Hello. So what I did, bro, is I was like, screw it. I came up with the name Krylon Talk. I grabbed my little Android phone and I went to my work truck. I have a big flatbed because my brother's a welder. So I have a big flatbed. And I just went in the flatbed, started going live. My very first guest was a Risk from MSK, WCA. And like, that episode right there is the one that inspires me because I could see how nervous I am.
Oh, shit, right on.
I'm asking questions I'm not supposed to be asking, but
members only, full members only.
Shit.
And he even tells me like, hey, I'm going to send you my number. Call me. Let's talk. And like, that was the very beginning of my podcast journey. And like, man, I just started doing it, bro. I started doing people after people. And then after COVID, it was kind of like, all right, bro, it's time to get to the real world.
Yeah.
I got to go get this money. I got bills to pay, whatever. And people wouldn't stop blowing me up, bro. Hey, bro, what the hell, bro? Where's the episodes at?
That's
like,
right.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
So I started renting out, bro, a spot over there in Long Beach. I was renting out a joint right there. I was paying per episode, and I started bringing people in, bro. And I'm just a one-man crew, bro. There's no one behind me, you know? Like, I don't got no massive crew. Like, I film, edit. I do everything by myself.
That's right. No, boy, I've been there, brother. I've been there.
And, like, it's been a lot of groundwork, right? Like, and, you know, finding the guys to come in, you know, talking to them, you know, conversating, hearing their stories. And I just started growing, bro. I started growing, and it just became a platform where, like, now it's a platform.
That's right, homeboy. Congratulations, brother.
And to be able to represent the culture that I love so much at a high level, I take so much pride in that because it could have been anybody else.
Yeah. And you give it a good look.
Thank you, brother.
What's my last question to you is, what do you believe is one big stereotype that the regular civilian world believes about you guys that's just not true?
There's a lot of them, bro. But what I would say is like they always look at somebody like, oh, that effing tagger. That's all they know how to do. They're probably bums or whatever, you know. Just making it seem like graffiti artists are some of the worst people.
Almost like weed back in the day.
Bro, but you got people that are extremely famous at paint graffiti. Like, what's that guy's name? David Arquette?
Yeah.
He used to paint graffiti.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that motherfucker's always
like you got people that, like, come on, bro. Like,
well, even Echo, like you was saying.
Like, this is for everyone and anyone.
That's right, oh boy.
And the reason why I tell people I love graffiti so much is because you don't get judged on your skin color. You don't get judged on your race. You don't get judged on how you dress. You get judged on how you could throw them letters
on your skills, homie. That's right, homeboy. Hey, well, I wanna thank you, homie, for pulling up. You and your homie right there. This was a dope. This was a very educational fucking episode for me, homie. I did not know. Philosopher, like always, homie. I appreciate you, carnal.
Of course, brother. Thank you.
You know what it is? The baby old man right there in the building.
Keep it slick and slide, G. Hey, never stuck.
Go ahead, look at the camera over there, homie. Let them know where they can find you, where your IG's at, where your podcast at, the whole shebang, my boy.
All right, so you can check us out at Got No Control on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You can find me at I Am Ronek, which is IAMRONEK. I want to give a shout out to American Cholo for having me, Hood for making this happen. And just a little insight before I get out of here. Got No Control music. It's coming.
Oh, dope as hell.
That's right.
All right, people. Something tells me you will see this gentleman back over here. I appreciate you. You graffiti guys, don't hit up my wall, fool, not my house. Hit up the Costco, carnal, and pick up your cans. You guys have a great one. I appreciate the chat. I appreciate you guys coming in. We're out. I'm going to get us out.
Let's go.